As of April 2026, India's economy is experiencing a sharp divergence between factory-level costs and everyday consumer prices. At the retail level, the Consumer Price Index sits at a comfortable 3.48%, safely within the Reserve Bank of India's target zone. This chart outlines the contradiction. While the retail inflation line remains stable, the wholesale price index has spiked aggressively to 8.3%. High wholesale numbers mean industrial production costs are climbing rapidly. If these cost push pressures are not contained, they will inevitably transfer to the consumer's wallet. The primary driver behind this wholesale surge is the fuel and power sector, which jumped nearly 25% in a single month. Escalating geopolitical tensions in the Middle East have driven global crude oil prices past $100 per barrel. Because India imports roughly 85% of its crude oil, the economy absorbs these global price shocks directly into its manufacturing baseline. This makes the wholesale inflation spike an external, imported problem, keeping it highly resistant to domestic policy tools. Despite these global shocks, retail inflation appears steady. Part of this stability is mathematical, resulting from a statistical update implemented in early 2026. Looking at this comparative pie chart showing the new 2024 base year calculation, we can see the statistical weight of volatile food items was reduced from nearly 46% down to 36.75%. The second major factor keeping retail prices visibly low is aggressive direct government intervention in the supply chain. State authorities are operating a free food grain program for over 800 million citizens, releasing strategic buffer stocks and heavily subsidizing retail goods. Consequently, the 3.48% retail inflation figure is partially an optical effect of statistical reweighting and practically suppressed by subsidies that mask the actual volatility of food prices. Navigating this split reality, the Reserve Bank of India has paused rate hikes, keeping the repo rate steady at 5.25%. Their wait-and-watch approach is justified because core inflation, the baseline metric excluding volatile food and fuel, remains perfectly stable at 4.4%. Looking deeper into fiscal year 2027, the most severe domestic threat is the high probability of an El Niño weather pattern, causing a weak monsoon and disrupting agricultural